Hello all my fishy friends, and welcome back to this week's Stay Fishy Adventure. It's needless to say, on this adventure we are loaded for fun and adventure. We have a ton of plans on this trip. We're going to be filming multiple videos while we're out and about. We're going 4 days out in Mother Nature, and we're going to be having a blast the whole time. We're out here kind of where we left off with the last couple of videos. We're going to be foraging, we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff, and we have something special in store for this video. But to start this one off, look at where we're at. We are in paradise, and we are in a field full of edibles. Now what we're looking at right here is wild celery. So we're gonna be doing a lot of picking. This is gonna start off with getting a little bit of food for dinner tonight. I have been absolutely loving filming these spring videos. I wanna see your guys' comments below, see what you've been thinking. Drop them, let's see it. I wanna get your feedback because I'm loving this stuff. And I hope you guys have been enjoying it just as much as I have. So without further ado, let's get to picking. Let's get this adventure underway. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Let's do it. Now this is one of the first foods of the tribal nations in this area. It's called humsi, they call it. And it's like a wild celery. It's almost like candy. It has a celery taste, but in my opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of celery, but I will eat this stuff all day long. And it's more of like a treat than it is anything else. But we're gonna add it to our salad. We stopped and picked some watercress on the way out here on the side of the highway. And we'll show you what that is once we get back to camp, once we finally get to our destination tonight. But without further ado, let's get to picking. So here's what we're looking for. Probably kind of hard for a lot of you to tell out there because it all looks the same, but really what we're looking for is this sort of growth right here. We have these, what we call cowtails, and obviously it's a pretty clever name, but this is the humsi right here. This is the wild celery that we're looking for. So I'm gonna get my thumb nice and down and deep into the ground, pull that out, because it's best to not waste too much and leave it in the ground. You peel that stuff away and there it is. So we're looking for these tight little heads like this, and that's what's gonna have that nice tender end to it. So I'm gonna grab my fingernail, peel some of that stuff back, just like so, and there you have it. Oh my God, absolutely delicious. Nice job, Dak. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more than that. I'm gonna have a hard time not picking it and eating it the whole time, but here's another one right here. Actually, that's the one I just threw out. But it's gonna take some looking. The stuff is just coming up. I can tell that we are a little bit early still on the humsi, but there are some out here. So let's get to looking. Maybe we'll go downhill a little bit further in elevation on the other side of the road, see if we can't fill our bag full. Man, there's nothing quite as invigorating as what we're doing right now, everybody. Living it up, springtime, living off the land. I wish you guys could smell how fresh the air is out here. We got wildflowers blooming. The celery is like the sweetest, most amazing smell you could ever imagine. The sun is shining. We're gonna have an absolutely beautiful week this week. I don't wanna give away too much, but as you can tell, you will see throughout the video, we have the kayaks on the back of the trailer, on the back of the truck. So we're kind of loaded for everything. I want to fish, and we're going down on Saturday, and I'm going to enter a fishing derby, a trout derby on one of the lakes that I grew up on. So really excited to do that. That's going to be on the Addicted Fishing channel, though. Let's do a little bit more picking. We don't have a lot, but we have enough for a little bit of taste in the salad tonight. And we better go find us a camp for the night. Let's do it. Adventure 2.0. We've made it back to probably one of my favorite campsites in a long, long time. But this time we can see the mountains. There's not a lick of wind. We're definitely gonna be able to hear the turkeys gobbling tonight. It's time to get some good food in our bellies, get a good night's sleep, because we have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. Alright, we brought elk steaks for dinner tonight, but one issue is that they're still frozen solid, naturally. But I got a trick, an old trick my dad taught me. Alright, so we got from the long drive a nice hot exhaust manifold. And that is exactly what's going to defrost our steaks today. Perfect. Now we'll give it a little bit of time. Okay, first things first, while our meats are thawing, we've got to find some good firewood. That's one thing a lot of people don't talk about, and I haven't talked about much here on Stay Fishy, is how to find good firewood. Not all firewood is created equal in my book. A lot of it can be smoldery and smoky, and as you can see here where we're at, we're in a lot of dead oaks. And dead oak doesn't necessarily burn the best, even if it is dry. It's really smoldery, it can stink really bad, and it doesn't make for a very sexy campfire. And we are all about sexy campfires here at Stay Fishy Adventures. So what we're gonna look for, and what my favorite thing to burn, especially when we're out here in an area like this, is what we're looking at right here. And this is an old growth ponderosa pine. And what happens is when you get the core of these pines like this, even if they're wet, you can see how freaking hard this thing is. That means that it's full of pitch, and pitch is sap. It's pine sap, and that gets stored in the base and in the core of that tree over time. And after it dies, and years go by, and all that excess withers away, all that's left is that really, really nice hot burning core that is full of pitch. So that's what we're looking for. Not just any dead tree, but this kind of dead tree. Thing is, it can be really heavy. I need to break some pieces off, but we'll try to find these bottom ends of this stump end, and that's what's going to burn the best for us. So let's keep searching for something a little more manageable. I know it's here. All right, here we go. That's a nice piece there. Take that back to camp. We should be able to break that up. There we go. I actually have a couple pieces left over from last time, but this is pretty much exactly what I'm talking about. Good wood. Oh, this is a good one. Pulled it right out of the ground. And you can just see all that pitch, all that sap. Thing's pretty hard, pretty heavy. Oh, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get back to camp, but it'll be good wood. That'll get us through the night. So we got our Comfsey for the day. Nice little forage pick. We got our watercress. And this was a total score. I'll show you guys in the next few videos exactly what this watercress is. And to be quite honest, this was in kind of a dangerous spot alongside the highway, so didn't really want to take the time to break the camera out and show you guys. We just wanted to get it in the cooler, get what we could. But some beautiful, beautiful watercress. Watercress is something that you can actually find at stores here and there. And it's actually not native to the Pacific Northwest, but it's absolutely delicious. You usually find it growing in and around different kinds of springs where there's fresh water coming out of the ground. Has an amazing spicy floral kind of arugula flavor, but even better. But it's absolutely delicious. Super sick road score today. Watercress. So what we're gonna do here is gonna take each piece, kind of get as much of the leaves off as we can. The stems aren't bad. The leaves are where all that flavor is at, where all that spiciness is at. Oh, that stuff is beautiful. Yummy. Another pleasure of spring, everybody. Just another blessing by the Creator. Another way Mother Nature helps us stay alive. In a tasty way, too. Pretty thawed. Works every time. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is my favorite style, favorite way to eat elk steaks. Beautiful elk steaks from our elk this year. Couldn't think of a better place to enjoy them. Okay, for our steak seasoning, we're going my favorite, Worcestershire. Pretty healthy little amount of that in there. And that'll kind of help thaw those steaks out the rest of the way. It's got a real high salt content. We're going some Parmesan, my favorite, Parmesan. We got a little truffle Parmesan and black pepper. That's gonna be really good, nice little accent. And a little bit of the za'atar. Let's give it the sniff test. Oh, yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay, next thing on the menu, we're doing corn on the cob over the fire. This is a fun way I like to cook this stuff. I'm gonna peel it back, get rid of the hairy stuff. It's looking good, nice and clean. And I'm gonna put all those rinds right back over there. So we're gonna put this just like this back over the fire. And that's gonna help keep all that moisture in. It's gonna kind of make it like an oven effect on that cob of corn while we put it over the fire. And it'll get down a little bit quicker. And then we're gonna season it up something special. All right, and give us some coals over here. Kind of keep them off to the side a little bit. Set up our great cooking situation. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. We're cooking. Oh yeah. It's looking good. Okay, steak time, everybody. Steak 30. We didn't add any breading to the steak. We're gonna keep it pretty healthy tonight other than the vegetable oils. I'm gonna get the rest of our salad ready here. I'm gonna take just the ends from all of my celery. Let's get them all lined up here. This is gonna add a nice fresh little crisp. And then I am gonna add a tiny bit of broccoli and some sunflower seeds and stuff to this too. It's gonna give it a really great spring taste. So chop these into nice little pieces here. And put these into our watercress. We're gonna add a little bit of some broccoli and cabbage. Should go really nice with the spiciness of that watercress. Let's get it all mixed together. Let's go with some sunflowers, some cranberries. A little pinch of some queso fresca. And that's looking good. Okay, our oil is nice and hot. Ooh, too hot. All right, our corn is done and ready. Let's see, it got cooked perfectly in there. Oh, it smells really good too. Okay, there we go. 1 corn, 2 corn, and 3 corn. I'm gonna butter up each one of these corns. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw these back over the fire, let them get a nice little toast to them almost, so that butter kind of cooks into the corn itself. And then we're gonna throw some cheese and some seasoning on them. Really kind of finish it off. Okay. I'm gonna get a nice little drizzle here. Okay, let's get a look inside one of these steaks. I think this is the one we want to see. Oh, perfectly cooked. Nice and red in the middle. Still cow calling. Still bugling, rather. Let's give it a shot. Oh boy. Yep, that's how an elk steak should taste right there. Wow, that's good. Okay, back to our corn. Here we go. Just gonna go a little of the za'atar, little parmesan, and then a couple handfuls of some queso fresca. And that's gonna go really nice. A little bit of that, a wee bit of this, and can't forget our corn. Meal fit for the kings. Okay, I gotta try the corn first. It's gonna have that nice little smoky flavor to it. Really excited for this. Oh yeah. Cheese all over the face. Wow, that's good. All right, corn was a hit. Now it's time to try the double whammy. Got that watercress, little cabbage, and a piece of steak. Oh my God. That truffle with that watercress and then that nice rich flavor of the steak is unbelievable. Check it out. You saw it here first. That's a wild meal right there. Time to sit down and enjoy nature's bounty. Stand a spoon up in that cup of joe. Glorious morning it is. Ting top weather already. Probably 65 degrees. Slept so good last night. The stars were incredible. I hope you guys liked that night lapse that Sean got. We were all sitting around and we're like, man, this is the night to do it. Just enough moon, beautiful stars, and an absolutely great start to the morning. We got a lot on the docket for today. We have a lot of miles to go. But first things first, gotta drink the cup of joe. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? Those are pig's ears. Those are a great indication of what we're looking for today. If it wasn't obvious enough by the bucket, we're going for mushrooms. That's right, everybody, it's morel time. Some of the most valuable wild mushrooms that grow in the woods. My very favorite to pick and my very favorite to eat. Should be out right now. We were in the same area last weekend with Marlon chasing those turkeys, and the whole time we were here I was just drooling and oohing and ahhing over how perfect this area is going to be for picking morels. So we waited a whole week. We waited till it was 85 degrees outside. We're all sweating already, and it's only like 8 o'clock in the morning. But this should be a day that we get to clean house and get some of the most valuable morels that the woods have to offer. And this is a great sign. The pig's ears and the LBMs, the little brown mushrooms, will come up first. Those actually smell a little bit like morels.
They do.
So these two kinds of mushrooms and the Canadian thistle will pop up before the morels start to really grow. And so it's a good indication of where the nutrients is in the ground for what we're looking for. And it's a good indication that the conditions have been right. So these little pig's ears were not here last weekend. So we just hit the edge of the area that there should be mushrooms. Let's go see if we can find some. Oh, there they are. Found some, everybody. Just freaking walked into the field and we got mushrooms. Check it out. Oh yeah, they're everywhere. Okay, stop, Sean. Don't come any further. So we got them here, right here at Sean's feet. And they're beauties. They're everywhere. Yes! Morel season is underway.
Gosh. There's one right there. Oh, that's a nice little one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, this is gonna be good. There they are, everybody. There's our morels. Perfect. Hacha, 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 hacha. So it's crazy, like you saw in the thumbnail, these mushrooms, especially this time of year, can be worth almost $40, $45, $50 a pound. So we get a few pounds in this bucket, get 5 or 6 pounds, that's like $500 worth of mushrooms. So, and considering that we found these just as soon as we walked into this clear cut, We might find ourselves 500 bucks for the mushrooms. It's as big as my head. Man, what a pretty sight. This is absolutely my favorite time of year. And it's so exciting when the season starts because you wait, you think about it, you dream about it, you think about all the different places you can go and find these things, and then you finally show up to a place where you actually find them. And it tastes so sweet. Oh, God, this is going to be a good dinner tonight, everybody. Well, the bucket's about halfway full. I'd say we probably have at least 3 or 4 pounds right now, getting up there into like the $200 range. This thumbnail and title might be coming true. $500 in one day on the ground. I love it. So what we're seeing here, we're noticing many of these places that these tractors and these logging pieces of logging equipment drove through and tore up the earth. That's where these things are coming up. That disturbed soil and that fresh nutrients just being exposed to the air is what's making these things grow. So if you guys, there's some mushroom videos from last year where I go a little more in depth of exactly how to find these things. But basically, if you're out in the woods and you see something that looks like that, odds are there's going to be some mushrooms. Look how many I can see from right here. There's some right there, some right there, up there, a couple over there, a few over there. We're surrounded. Well, Big Daddy found the mother lode. I might have been a little off on a prediction. The bucket's probably going to be full by the time we get done picking just this little bit we're looking at here. And I can tell the more and more we go, the more and more we're going to find. We might be making another trip back to the truck. Might be $1,000 day. Hello everybody. Scene sure has changed, hasn't it? That's right, because we're out here filming another Stay Fishy. We headed out of the mushroom woods, headed straight to the coast, and we're about to cook in one of the best places I think we've ever done a catch and cook. Look at this place. That's the Pacific Ocean. Absolutely unreal. But it's time, everybody. It's time to make bacon wrapped stuffed morel mushrooms. Look, let me say that again. Elk burger, bacon wrapped steak, mushrooms, morel. Whatever, say it 5 times fast, I don't care, but we're doing it. So we got the mushies, soaked them in some salt water, a little bit of Italian seasoning in there too, kind of give them a nice flavor. We got the elk burg. We're gonna season that up just right. A little cilantro, green onions, bacon wrap them, of course. And then we're gonna make our dip out of some sour cream and some cream cheese. I've been doing, instead of just cream cheese in a lot of my stuffing materials, or even any kind of like tuna salad or salmon salad, I've been using more sour cream these days, a light sour cream or a Greek yogurt. It's not as strong as the cream cheese. Sometimes the cream cheese really takes away from all the flavor, but nevertheless, we're ready to cook. Let's do this. Into the pan goes about 1 pound of elk burger. Might be quite a bit for this, but that's okay. I'd rather more burger than cheese inside these morels because it's gonna be so freaking good. And I love it too. It's all coming from the earth. We've got elk. We've got some fresh garden greens, organic, locally grown. We got some fresh Big Buy bacon. Big Buy bacon. Totally local. So local. And we got some hand-picked morels. Would you look at that? Okay, we're gonna go a little bit of the seasoning. See what you did there? Give it a good little season there. Of course, some za'atar. Now I want to try to get this hamburger in as small chunks as possible. And correction, elk burger. Doesn't anybody think we're using hamburger up in here? All these injected beef cows. We only eat elk around here. Okay, let's not forget our fresh cracked pepper. Pepper. Yeah, looking good. Looking real good. Got some baby spinach. I'm gonna do something crazy. Watch this. Oh my god, this is crazy. Oh my god, he's so crazy. He does crazy things. Give that thing a little bit of sustenance, a little bit of green inside the meat and the cheese. I'm gonna put this in the last too because we'll cook all that flavor out of them. Nice and finely chopped up there. Now the fun part. The cheese. A little bit of vino, a little cheese. Here goes the cheese. Yum, yum, yum. And then we're gonna do a big squirt of sour cream. Let that heat up. And we're gonna mix it all together and make a really nice dip. And then I got a really cool way of how I'm gonna stuff this. This recipe works for any kind of mushrooms. If you guys get portobellos or creminis, whatever you got at the store, you clean the middle of them out. I use them on the morels because it's a special moment. But you can use hamburger and you can use this exact same recipe and stuff any kind of mushroom. But this is a fun little stuffing hack. I'm good at stuffing. I'll show you how. All right. Wow, that's looking good. Yep, that's how it's supposed to taste. A little bit more black pepper. One more good little mixer. That'll do it. So I'm gonna pick first team first. First team all mushroom. Ooh, I remember picking this one. It's always so fun when we go out and pick these. That you almost remember right where and right how you found each one. Then you eat them. Such a special moment. And I'm gonna take each one and slice off that end there, so I got some room. Room to stuff. Yummy. Now, it's time for stuffing. Our stuffing has gotten cold enough for stuff in, so we're gonna stuff it in a bag. In the corner, preferably. Okay. Lift your spoon. And there we have it, mushroom stuffer. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay this down, cut just enough of the end off to be able to squeeze that out and fill up the preferred mushroom. Whoop. Bam. That's a stuffed mushroom. Whoop. Nice and clean. Doesn't make too big of a mess. I'm gonna do all the big ones first. All the varsity ones, the A team. Okay, as if it couldn't get any freaking better. It's bacon time. Okay, I'm pretty much only gonna do these big ones. I'm gonna take one piece of bacon, wrap it, and wrap it, and set it in the pan. Time to check the flip side. Flip side is looking real good. Got a nice brown to it. I'm gonna kind of have to go back and forth a couple of times, I would imagine, to finally get my desired crispiness. So that'll be okay. I want to make sure that stuff gets cooked all the way through. I want nobody getting sick out here. That's looking pretty good, everybody. Especially this little guy here, minus the little dog hair. There we go. Looking delish. Holy cripes. Have a look at her. Take a frickin' gander. Magic trick. Oh my god. That's the second meal here this week. That has left me speechless. Holy crap, that's good. Look at how beautiful that looks. Crispy bacon. Amazing flavor. Wow. And do not sleep on that recipe, everybody. That is delicious. What a treat. Here, I'll share this last one with you. We picked it together. Now it's ours to eat together. Oh, wow. Well, everybody, if you didn't know, like I said before, we're out here filming a 3-day camping trip on the road. I just got done picking these mushrooms this week. Let them rest a couple days and we headed to the coast. And we're doing a little truck camping extravaganza. And it's beautiful out here. Lots of cool adventures, lots of foraging, pretty much living off the land on this trip. So be sure to turn into that video that's coming up in a week or two after you guys watch this one. And I want to see what you guys thought of these mushroom videos. I want to know if you guys want to see me fish all the time, or if you want to see me go out and do fun things like this. I know I enjoy doing this, and sometimes it's good to get away from bodies of water. It's good to get out in the woods and enjoy Mother Nature and reap the benefits of the time of year that we have here and the bounty that Mother Nature gives us. So what an incredible episode this has been, everybody. Let's see your comments below. I want to thank you all so much for being here. And until next week, same time, same place, you all stay fishy. We'll see you out there.